This project is sponsored by Ace Hardware. Stop by your local Ace Hardware or visit Ace Hardware online for high-quality tools, hardware, and products. Ace, it's the helpful place. I finished these paintings probably close to 6 months ago, and it turned out that the client wasn't ready for them. They're getting their house renovated. So anyway, I think they're ready for them tomorrow. I'm supposed to deliver them tomorrow. And I'll probably make a short video because there's a little bit of a trick, I think, to hanging paintings, hanging them right. And especially when you're hanging two paintings close to each other, because then you're kind of looking at one to see if they're even. So first I'll just show you the back of the painting. So number one is you can see that the wire is connected to the inside of the frame. It's set back almost 3/4 of an inch. And what that does is it sucks the painting up tight against the wall when it hangs. So it's not kind of leaning forward, which I think makes a big difference, especially in more kind of modern contemporary type art. So when you go to hang a painting, when you put your wires on, that's kind of the first step. You want to have your wires on both paintings at about the same distance from the wire to the top of the frame. And then when you go to hang your painting, you can take a measurement. And so here I've got 7 inches, and I kind of do it because I like to use 2 hooks. I kind of do it like that. So it's actually closer to 7 3/4 of an inch. So then what I'll do is I'll measure the painting, and it's 40 inches. So I'll stop the tape at 40 inches, and then I'll hold the tape measure up against the wall, and the top of the tape will represent the top of the painting, and where the tape goes into the tape holder thing here, or the tape measure, that represents the bottom of the painting. And I'll just ask the client where they think it looks best, and we'll hold it up, and then I'll put a mark at 7 3/4 of an inch, and that's where the hook wants to be. So that's pretty much how I go about it, and I'll take you along with me when we hang these so you can see what they look like in the house. I always like to use these little felt pads in the corners. Just helps to protect the wall. This way I don't scratch the wall as I'm hanging the painting, and also kind of keeps the painting, I think, straighter on the wall. Keeps it from going crooked. All right, so now this represents the top of the painting. This represents the bottom of the painting. And I've already hung one of them, so we know that this is where we want the top to be. So now I'll put a piece of tape so I'm not drawing on the wall. And then I can put a mark on that piece of tape where I want the wire. Then I'll find the center and put a little center mark. So now measuring from my center mark, I'll go out 6 inches, and that way the hooks are 12 inches apart. So 6 inches to the right and 6 inches to the left. And if all goes well, the painting will be in the perfect place. The paintings really aren't that heavy, and I think that these are rated for 40 pounds each. So it's a little bit more than what I need, but always better to have a little insurance there. Now, if it's not perfect, I can always adjust the wire too. All right, so I got lucky there, because usually you might have to adjust a little, just within a 1/4 inch or so, and you can do that by tightening the wire, but this looks like it's right on, so sometimes it works out. Okay, well that went pretty smooth. It doesn't always go that smooth, but that time it happened to work out. I feel like I kind of glazed over a few things because I was really focusing on hanging the paintings. So I thought I'd just kind of clear up some of those things right now. So first, let's just take a quick look at the wire and how the wire is tied on the little thing that you attach the wire to. First, I wanted to mention that I I like this rubbery or this plastic coated wire. So I'll take the wire, I'll go through the hook here, and then up and over it like this, and down around, and then back through the, I forget what you call this thing, this hook here. And then you're all set, and then you're just going to wrap it around itself. And you just do that until it's nice and neat. And that way it won't pull, it won't unwind from this. And also notice how this is attached on the inside, and that will help the painting hang tight against the wall. And just to clear up the whole measuring thing, the top of the tape always represents the top of the painting, and where the tape goes into the tape represents the bottom of the painting. And so I find out where that wire is. In this case it was about 7 3/4 of an inch. I'll ask the client where they want the top of the painting, and then I'll put a piece of tape on the wall. This is the frog tape, painter's tape, and this is the kind that doesn't stick as strong because I don't want to take the risk of pulling the paint off the wall. And then I'll put a mark at the 7 3/4 of an inch. I'll measure and find out the center. You know, you can put a little center mark if you like. And then you could use a level here if you want, but I've been doing this so long that I just don't. I like to keep my hooks about 10 inches apart, depending on how big the painting is. So you can hold the tape measure at 10 inches, put a mark at 5, put a mark at 15. And you're going to put the bottom of your hook at that mark. You're not going to put the nails at the mark, you're going to put the bottom of the hook. And one other thing, I always use these hooks with the small black nails. Sometimes if you've got a heavier painting, you can use one that has 3 nails, and that will hold more weight, like if you're hanging a mirror or a heavy painting. I like these because the nails don't go in too far, so you have less of a risk of hitting something inside the wall, like a wire or a pipe. So I hope you found this video useful. If this is the first time tuning into my channel, I hope that you'll subscribe. For the most part, I post woodworking type videos, but sometimes I'll have some art type videos, and next week I'll be posting a gold leafing video. So if that sounds something that you'd like, sounds like something that you'd be interested in, I hope that you'll subscribe and hit that notification bell, and that will let you know each time I post a new video. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.